Today we'll be discussing probability. For more on probability, you need to subscribe to this channel. What is probability? Probability is the measure of the result or outcome of expectations in numerical form. Probability is the measure of results or outcomes of expectation. These expectations are events in numerical form. The number usually assigned to a probability usually stands between 0 and 1. That is, the number assigned to a probability usually stands between 0 and 1. It means in elementary probability, when you solve any equation, your answer should fall between 0 and 1. It means that the probability of 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, as is rightly said, or the probability of success plus failure equal to 1, or better put it as P plus Q is equal to 1. So we talk about how probability can be categorized. Probability can be categorized into 4 different parts, or we can call it the types of probability. Types of probability. We have the experimental probability. Two, we have the theoretical, which I will explain. Theoretical probability. 3, we have the mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive probability. And 4, we have the independent probability. The independent events. Mutually exclusive events and independent events. So these are the 4 types of probability we have. This is how probability can be categorized. We'll now go into what is called the sample space. Yes, sample space. If you are dealing with probability, you need to understand this concept. The sample space. The sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. The set, the sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. It is usually denoted as S, or you can denote it as this with this sign. So what does it mean when we talk about the sample space? For example, if we toss 2 coins, example, if 2 coins is tossed, what will be the sample space? The sample space if two coin is tossed will be, of course we know that coin has two faces. That means the head or the tail. So this is one coin and the other coin we can write it this way. We can also use the tree diagram to explain this concept. So the sample space will be head head. You see that head head will show up if you throw two coins, or the head tail will show up, or the tail head, or the tail tail. It means that our sample space is equal to head head, head tail, or tail head, or tail tail. So these are the possible sample space we can have if we have two coin tossed. That is, our sample space is head head can show up if we toss two coin, or head tail, or tail head, or tail tail. Also, another example, if we toss three coin, if three coins are tossed, what is the sample space? It's very simple. We have two coin tossed here, so we just add that with one. So we go over to this place. So if three coins are tossed, what do we have? We already have two here. That is, we have two coins to be this head tail, tail head, and tail tail. We add it with one again. It means if we toss three coins, we are trying to get our sample space. Now, if we combine this one coin and these two coins, which we already have here, see what we get. We get either head, head, head will show up, or head, head, tail will show up, or head, tail, head will show up, or head, tail, tail will show up, or tail, head, head will show up, or tail, head, tail, or tail, tail, head, or tail, tail, tail. So our sample size, if three coins are tossed, will now be head, head, head will show up, or head, head, tail, or head, tail, head, or head, tail, tail, or tail, head, head, or tail, head, tail, or tail, tail, head, or tail, tail, tail. So these are the possible outcomes we can get if we toss three coins. So this brings us to our definition of a sample space. A sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. This is the experiment. And the outcomes, here we just have 8 outcomes. Here we have 4 outcomes. If two coins are tossed, we have 4 outcomes. While here we have 8 outcomes. It now takes us to what is called an event. What is an event? An event in probability. Event. An event is the subset of a sample space. An event is simply the subset. An event is simply the subset of a sample space. So if A, for example, if we take A as an event, how can we write that? We can write A as the subset of a sample space. So this is just what we need to know about probability. We have discussed the definition of probability, which we said is a measure of the result or outcome of an experiment. We talked about sample space because we need to understand this for we to compute questions on probability.